was years ago.
And it was like in the mall.
I'm pretty sure it was at one of the elementary schools.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember, there was something she took both of you guys to, you kids, you girls there.
Some people you just don't get, one reason is obviously you kids are my kid's age and my son's name's Nick, you know, and plus your mom was born on my mom's birthday, April 19th. And that's why we're doing it on the 19th today, just it was her day of birth, month. Alright, good afternoon and thank you for being here today as we gather to celebrate the life of Michelle Ann Cromeenes, is that how you say it? Cromeenes. I've said it probably 50 different ways. A daughter, a sister, a friend, and above all, a loving mother. Michelle passed away peacefully on Christmas Day, December 25th, 2024, at the age of 41. That day, forever etched into our hearts, will now hold new meaning, a moment of deep loss, but also one that reminds us of the gift her life truly was. And I know that she had her struggles, but I tell you, she didn't want them. She didn't want them, you know? I'm just gonna tell you a little personal thing that's going on. My son-in-law upstairs, he has 3 small kids. He has end-stage heart failure. He's 32 years old. He does have a heart defect, but drinking has aggravated it and made it like 100 times worse. He can't stop. He can't stop. It's not that he doesn't love those kids. He just can't do it, you know? He struggles every day, you know? And nobody wants anything to control their life. Nobody wants that. They don't want that for their kids, you know? They don't want that for themselves. It's just, there's not a lot of help around without deep shame involved in it around here. And that needs to change. You know, it really needs to change. People feel like if they try, they're judged, and they shouldn't be, because people get to a place like that because they're struggling with something else. And it's not fair that we can't get the help we need, you know? But I think it's in everybody's lives, everybody's. You know, everybody knows somebody that's struggling with it, and it's just not an easy thing. But I know that despite everything, your mom loved you guys to pieces. I've looked at so many pictures and videos and all that, you know, and you could see it. She just had a hard time fighting her demons, you know. She's got free of all that now. God doesn't hold that against people. I know that with everything in me.
You think she must have gone for $20
He definitely did.
I love
So it
that.
was $20.
I love that. My kid's father
It never
passed
mattered
away
what it was either, it was just
at
20 bucks.
46, and he was always asking my kids for money.
Yeah, if I was a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say
And coffee.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it was coffee.
say a quick
That's
prayer.
half sugar.
Yeah.
Dear God, we come to you in sorrow, yet with gratitude in our hearts for the life of Michelle and for the love she gave freely. We ask for comfort for her children, her family, and her friends. May your peace be with us as we celebrate her memory and carry her light forward. Amen. Let us take a moment to reflect on Michelle's life. Michelle was born April 19, 1983, the daughter of Harold and Sandra Cromeenes. I probably shouldn't even try. She went to Nokomis Regional High School in Newport. Her life was centered around her greatest joy and purpose, her children, Nicholas, Catherine, and Stephanie. They were her world. Her love for them was boundless, fierce, and unwavering. Those who knew Michelle knew a woman with a radiant spirit and a vibrant soul, and an infectious zest for life, often embracing the simplest pleasures, enjoying her favorite Ben & Jerry's ice cream, walking in nature, or watching her children play in the snow. Her laughter, her love, and even her legendary extra sense of humor brought joy to so many. Nick was telling me stories about how she'd tease him, and I do that to my kids. So dropping them off at school, and
Back when I was going to foreign school, she used to, like, I used to find it because when she got out of the car, she'd be like, "Oh, let me take a picture," and like she'd be so extra about it, and it would irritate me when I was little. But looking back, it's like I should have just let her take the picture.
I know, but you know what? Don't have regrets because I think I was telling my kids if something ever happens to me, if you guys called me a bad word, bad name, whatever, don't let it eat at you because mothers don't think of that. We don't hold it against our kids ever in a million years. And we were all teenagers, you know, we all did stuff that we regret. So, yeah, I dropped my son off at school and be like, "Don't forget your hemorrhoid cream." You know, all the kids were outside, you know, just to mess with him.
Sounds like me.
Remember when you was pitching at the baseball game, one of them your mother went to, and she is there. "Oh, good job, baby. That's Nicholas. That's my baby." And I kind of poked her. I said, "I don't think he wants me calling him baby right now."
He's not gonna want to take out of his games.
I remember I hated going to Walmart or like any store with her because she is so extremely loud in any store we go into. Like Walmart one time, I can't remember who we were with, but I was in an aisle and then she was literally like in the aisle next to me. She was like screaming for me because she was, I don't know why she was screaming. I was literally in the right, like the aisle next to her and I told her that where I was.
Sometimes
She's
mothers
very
find
loud.
joy in
One
embarrassing their kids.
Very loud.
One time around Christmas time, me and her, there was a different dollar store in Newport at the time. They had these Christmas hats with fake braids on them. And me and her both wore them, and she was calling herself Inga, running around Walmart screaming at the top of her lungs because my brother Richard was running around. Oh my goodness, she embarrassed the shit out of him. It was so funny.
She found joy in embarrassing people. That's awesome. She had a special way of keeping things real and funny. She found joy in moments big and small, often making Nicholas laugh or cringe with her playful teasing, leaving behind a legacy of giggles, eye rolls, and more memories. Michelle is predeceased by, I don't even know why that part's in here. So she lost her parents quite young too then, huh?
Parent.
Karen.
Yeah, her mom's still here.
Oh, her mom.
Still kicking.
Oh, okay. Then I got messed up in that. Right. ChatGPT doesn't always work good, does it? I better start to work good because I use it for my counseling. I know that she loved you three kids with every bit of her heart. Absolutely. You know, don't ever think that her struggles had anything to do with her love for you because it didn't. Alright, here's a poem I'm gonna read. She is gone. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she'll come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that she's left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her, or you can be full of the love that you shared. You can remember her and only that she is gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind, be empty and turn your back, or you can do what she would want, smile, open your eyes, love, and go on. Michelle's life, though far too short, was rich in love, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Her presence will never be forgotten, and her spirit will live on. In her children, in the stories that you all tell, and in the ways we choose to love more fully because of her. Does anybody want to share any memories? Tell something, like let the skeletons out of the closet. The funnier the better. The ex is here, you gotta have a story. Me and my ex were good friends, like, I actually took care of him when he passed.
I think the most tragic memory, well, not tragic, but like it was messed up. Was the time when my mother was it was at her ex's old place, Ryan's, and she was chasing after all 3 of us kids. And Stephanie was a baby, and she ended up going to the bathroom. It's kind of gross. But she was chasing me and Catherine around. Next thing you know, she turns around and Stephanie just shit everywhere.
I thought it was your mom who did so.
No. I swear, my she was so pissed.
I like when she got up and Stephanie was covered with food dye, food coloring, from head to toe. She was a little smurf.
That's awesome. Jenna, is that you out there? Yes. Okay, I keep seeing a shadow go. I'm like, who is that?
I can't remember which one of us kids did it, but I know that Mom told me the story about it. When one of us was little, either me or Stephanie, we were both in the sink in the bathroom at Ryan's old house.
Yeah.
And one of us, I don't know who.
It was her. She's not here.
Yeah. It was Stephanie. But one of us destroyed her makeup and shit in the sink.
That's what I thought.
I don't know.
You probably got the makeup and Stephanie probably shit.
Catherine was born with mascara.
I was born today with makeup.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle gave us a special gift when she came into our life and brought 3 beautiful kids with her. We were very fortunate
It's
to
been
be a
amazing.
part of her life and the kids' life.
I remember one time when she was living in that little shed.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Everyone
And-
remembers that shed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one night I remember I spending the night and I snuck out, or I tried sneaking out at midnight to go meet up with my friend. And
You're how old, by the way?
I think she was 13 at that time.
Hey, we all snuck out.
but no, yeah, that's when she was also dating Bub. And I don't know if he went in and told her, but I went out and I make it like literally on the road.
Next thing you know, you got a gremlin coming towards you.
No, yes, she comes speeding behind me and she goes, "Where are you going? Why are you leaving at 12 at night?"
Not like mom would have been like, okay, just be safe.
No,
She
she
went
goes,
with you, didn't she?
"Yes."
Yeah.
You're a boy. She might have done that with you, but girls, she's like,
No, with me, she was more pissed off when I left. When he used to let me hang out with my friend Tyler in Newport and ride bikes around, she used to get pissed off. But then when Catherine and Steffi,
You were out.
I'll tell you what. I was harder on I have 5, and my 3-year-olds. I was harder on them than I was my last two. They're devils.
Well, I don't know, cause that one time that I was at a friend's house and I like went missing. Well, I didn't text anyone for like 4 days. Mom's threatening to call the cops and send me back to Acadia.
We gotta use what we got in our toolbox.
Yeah.
I'm
I
telling
remember
you.
plenty of times she helped me call my brother to Acadia, honestly. So many different times. My mom would call her up, she'd be with your grandmother down on the Finney Road, and my mom would call her up, tell her she needed help with Richard, and not even like 10 minutes later, somehow she'd be there. Whether it'd be your grandfather Harold dropping her off, or your grandmother Sandy back there, and she'd be there in a heartbeat just to whip Richard's ass.
I could say one
She didn't
thing,
take
she's
no
the
shit
first one
house.
that broke out of Acadia.
Yeah, had a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
My cousin went there and he loved it there. Like he really loved Acadia. I don't know why. Maybe the women were flirting with him or something. He was underage, but he absolutely loved it there. I remember going to visit him and the food was really good.
Yeah, no, the food's great.
It was
Yeah, that was
Yeah, they do have good food.
Skowhegan Hospital is the same way. It's probably the only
Catherine
thing
loved
good about
the
Skowhegan
food.
Hospital, but
They had cheesecake there.
oh, I love cheesecake.
I did too.
Yeah. I'm not a big food person, but cheesecake definitely one of the things I like. Did you guys been to IHOP's? This has been here.
no.
No, they have a cheesecake pancake. It's pretty good. Yeah. When I went to pick Michelle up at where she was in with my boyfriend, and when I found out that she had kids, like, obviously that got my heart, but, she was around my age, you know, I'm 46, and when it's somebody around your age, like, it hits you different, cause she had so much life to live, you know? And she's gonna live through you guys, you know? You guys got the best parts of her. Kids always get the best parts of both their parents, even though my daughter begs to differ. She says that she got the worst of me and the worst of my dad. So, she'll say, I have sausage fingers. Her dad had short ones. But there's so many things out there that, you know, we don't expect to happen. The thing that bothers me about working in this industry the most is, like, I look at people's shoes when they come in with their shoes on, and I don't know why this is the weirdest thing, but I think they didn't know that was gonna be the last time they put their shoes on. You know, like, cause we all do it every day, and it's just something simple, you know? And
I hope I die in style.
I just wanna die quick.
There's no dying in style. You shit your pants when you die, man.
No, you don't.
You don't?
No, I thought you did. You don't.
That's
And
all I've always heard.
Very, very
No,
rarely
no,
does that, very rarely does that happen
Grandfather
to somebody,
never
which
did.
I would've thought, I thought so too, I thought that my whole life. That's why they always said change your underwear, right, before you go somewhere, but, cause your muscles loosen, you know, all your muscles loosen, but no, we very rarely has there been somebody that's happened with, and very rarely do they pee either. Thank God.
It's like something new.
You know, thank
I've
God.
always heard that, like, everyone told me that my entire life.
Yeah, they did me
Yeah.
too. There's so many things that I thought were true that aren't true. I thought people's mouths got sewn shut. They don't. You know, I thought their eyes got sewn. They don't. It's definitely not like people think. Although I still don't know which I want. I don't know if I want to be buried or cremated. They're, you know, bad to both. But, you know, my daughter wants to be thrown in a box and just left alone. She don't want to be touched. I said, well, you better die at the right time of year then. Because
Yeah.
if you die in the winter, you have to be embalmed to be able to be kept for the winter, so. But, alright. Let me take a final moment of silence to honor Michelle. Thank you all for coming to celebrate the life of Michelle. And if anybody wants a copy of any of this, I can copy it for them. I can print off, her obituary for you guys. I can take a sheet of the cards, the laminator here, I might have another one upstairs, I can check. The laminator I have in the office is not working, thing's not working to go through, of course, because I have good luck like that. And, but I can laminate some for you guys.
Oh, you printed enough. If anyone gets damaged, you can just give them a copy.
Yeah, I hopefully you have enough of them, and, so he had sent me a bunch of pictures of his mom, and one of them, there was an ex-boyfriend in it, it was her with the 3 kids, and there was an ex-boyfriend.
Ryan.
I cropped
I
him
meant to say, I think I saw
I
that
cropped
picture
him out,
the other day.
so that
I
it
thought
could just be you guys, you know, but, he goes, he was cool though, he was nice, he goes, but it was just 'cause I wanted just to be, and, you know.
Who's here now? Who's here now? Yeah.
Right. I mean, I had a great relationship with my ex. All my exes I really do. So I don't like to argue and fight, but.
I'm so love to argue.
Think she got your
Well, I mean,
password?
if he wanted to fight,
Uh-huh.
She
we'll
still
fight right
had your
back. I'll come
voicemail
back down.
password and everything when I first moved to Corinna.
Yeah.
She was all excited when I first moved to Corinna, telling me that she goes in your voicemail and different voicemails on you and all kinds of stuff.
That's
Sounds
awesome.
I didn't like that girl, so delete.
Right? She was doing the right thing. She was like staking her claim.
She was crazy. A good crazy.
It's a good crazy, yeah.
Well, half and half. No.
Yeah.
You know, me and my kid's dad, we'd go toe to toe. I was 15 when I got with him. You know, I had my own place since I was 14, so I was young. But he was 19, he moved in with me. But like we would fight like we were brother and sister. Whenever I say that to my kids are like, "That's disgusting, Mom." I mean the fighting. I mean, literally, we'd push each other, everything else. You know, I didn't know how to communicate. I had no idea how. So people probably said, I know he said I was crazy, but I wasn't gonna back down to him. You know, and I'm sure that she sounds like how I was like.
Yeah,
oh,
it was
down.
kind of in general though. It was like 50-50 crazy. Like Yeah, it was crazy, but then like the other 50% was like, she'll probably go to jail.
Oh, she did go to jail,
Yeah.
and I went and bailed her out.
Daughter like
And
father.
she come out of that room just grinning from ear to ear and laughing. I said, I tell you what, young lady, you want to wipe that smile off your face.
I went to jail, I took the blames for my sister. She drove without a license, and I took the
Her and
blame.
her sister always did it. They always switch identities. I
I
don't know
remember-
which one was getting arrested more. Saying which one was April, which one was Michelle.
Yeah, that's the last thing I heard. Didn't the cops say that
They thought
there was an April Cromeenes
Yeah,
in
there's
Dexter,
no
but there
Michelle.
wasn't a Michelle?
Well, Bob went to rehab and
That's my
got
mom's
clean.
name.
And when he got out, because looked Michelle up and whatnot, and there was one point, I guess he found her on a park bench somewhere there in Dexter. But there was another time he went up and he couldn't find her, and he went down to the police station just to see if they had, and Michelle Cromeenes, they didn't know her.
April? Oh, they
She'd
know
been
April.
but she'd been
Michelle was
using
using April's
anything
name.
Yeah,
contact.
that's
she'd
what they
been
do.
using
April would
April's
use Michelle's name,
Yeah,
Michelle would use
yeah.
April's
That's what I was
name.
just telling
They
you.
Oh, they know her
Right,
big
right.
time.
They were always
They
switching
both
back and
got
forth.
married to each other.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I remember one time April got arrested actually in Newport. She was running from where Hawaiian Paradise used to be. And when they finally bust her, she said her name was Michelle and Michelle had warrants out for her. So it didn't work out very well.
You put all four of my kids together, they all look the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you were talking about. I got my dad's side of the family gene. Like he's skinny now, but like all my uncles over like my grandmother's side, they're all like they can eat whatever they want and stay skinny. And my dad's gene fucking eat a cupcake and gain 10 pounds. Seriously.
Yeah, but you got lucky because you got the like dirty blonde hair and you
Yeah.
tan.
Yeah, I tan, but shit.
I just don't know where you got the Prince look from.
Yeah. Okay. All
See,
right.
Lizzie looks like she's picked out of my butt, but when she's sitting next to you guys, she looks just like you. I just don't understand it. She's definitely picked out of my butt, but when she's with you guys, you can definitely tell
Yeah,
who
well,
she's related to.
I never used to think Catherine and Nick looked so much alike. Now, as they got bigger, they were picked out of their father's butt. That's all I can say to it. And here's his mother, Grammy Catherine. All the pictures I have seen, that woman had some strong genes. And she came out, and every one of her offspring, grandkids, you definitely know who.
And it was crazy. Even when my beard goes on now, I got red like just
You got
in
the
the
red.
corner of my beard.
Yeah.
It's kind of irritating sometimes because it looks like I don't have a beard, but then when you look at it up close,
It's the
Yeah.
red.
Do you guys know anybody?
I
from
love being
Waterville
blonde.
Waterville or Bingham area? Either or, no.
Thank you.
You do?
I just
Which one? Waterville or Bingham? Because
Waterville.
Waterville? Alright, you might know my kid's father, but that's why I was asking, 'cause everybody knows their family. His name was J.J. Hawes.
Nope.
No?
Hmm.
Everybody knows that family, and he was a troublemaker and a ladies' man back in the day.
So that's why I don't tell people my last name.
Oh, that's why I moved, so my kids wouldn't like have to grow up with that. But my dad from Bingham, his last name was Messer. Thank God that they wouldn't let my mother give me that last name because they weren't married. That'd be a horrible last name. But he had a terrible reputation. I mean, he's better now, but when my kids were in Waterville, people will say, come up to them, not even know them, and say, "You're a Hawes, aren't you?"
yeah. I got
And
a
then
little
in
stuff.
Bingham, they'll be like, "You're a Messer." It's weird. It's really weird. I have Ancestry, like if you guys ever have anybody you want me to look up on there, like I found my grandmother's yearbooks. You know what I mean? Like it's so cool, the stuff you can get. I found newspaper articles about my father going down a hill in Bingham back when he was a kid, and there was an article about it. Like, they used to put stuff like that in the newspaper, you know, they don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do that at all anymore, so.
Yeah, my mother used to keep anything that was printed in the newspaper about us kids.
Yeah, my mother used to do.
Books